Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Rockthevox back here once again playing some more Car Mechanic Simulator 2015. And I have recently discovered the news of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. And boy, am I all aboard that hype train like you would not believe. But in the meantime, we have the Blasphemi to build, so let's get on to that. After seeing the trailer for 2018, I have to say that no matter what, God, these loading screens, man, I am so hyped. I really am. Just for the sheer fact that, yeah, mod support like you would not believe. Fuck yeah! Not to mention the base game comes with some of the greatest American vehicles ever to roll off the assembly line. B-body Chargers. I saw a goddamn 72. No, it was a 70. It was a 70 CUDA. I saw a goddamn 70 CUDA in there. They got Chrysler. Not to mention I saw Chevys and possibly a handful of Fords. Not the bad looking ones either. So, things are about to get lit. I mean, fucking Christ, that is what I am talking about. Hell, I mean, they almost got the mag wheels in game. I hope they get the mag wheels. Like, I want to see a lot more big name company support for this game because there's a lot of potential here, and I love it. Especially for us car guys that will never in our lifetimes be able to afford one of these cars just because of how rare they're starting to become. You know, game, it would also be nice if you kind of loaded. That'd be cool too. But I digress. Here's hoping that the entire recording of me just talking for the first couple of minutes didn't just die on me, because I would be very pissed off if it did. Oh, come on, game. You can do it! You can do it! There we go. Right. Hello, baby. I love you so much. But I think we can get more out of this car. I honestly do. Now, I don't have pictures of Blasphemi on my hard drive per se, though I have a general idea of what it looks like. And let's start off by getting some wheels, because those are always important. Alright, I have a general memory of what the rims on Blasphemi look like. They're sort of like the jelly beans. I think they're a type of Krager. Not like these little 5-spoke jelly beans, if that makes any sense. Sort of like this, but not even close in that shape. Like, they're not the Charger rims. I mean, these are the stockers, which I still think look really good. I actually picked up a set of these not too long ago for $20. Let's see. I mean, I could go with those. Those are always a good choice, especially on that 55 Chevy. Do they not have Kragers? I wonder if there's anything in the tuner shop. Ooh, maybe. Ooh. Okay. I'm not disgusted. I am not disgusted. Ooh. What do I pick? There's some tasty ones in here, man. I didn't even know they had these. I really am digging on these. These look good. Let's go check out the performance shop, maybe. No, they don't. Damn it. Ooh, what do I buy? You know what, because it's a Chevy, let's go classic. You can't go wrong with these. Four of those, right. Yeah. what? While we're at it, we're just gonna tear everything apart from like the suspension system down because yeah, this is absolute crap. I figured I'd just throw this quick clip in the time lapse in just to let you know what I'm doing. While I'm also replacing all the other crap parts, I figure while I'm at it, I might as well put the better parts on the performance end of the engine, or at least take the engine apart so I can do just that. And that means stripping everything down just to the block. So here's that. That'd be amazing if we could slap turbos on this thing. Why not quadruple turbos? Yeah, that sounds fucking awesome. We are using a distributor, so gotta have that MSD, yo. Going with the supercharger, so that would be wasted on us. Now, if only, and I do mean if only, we could have a supercharged performance intake manifold. I mean, I know that sounds ridiculous and all, but insert clip of where the recording didn't get corrupted. What happened was that at the start of the recording session, the audio got glitched, and if you go back and replay the video at the start where I'm still monologuing, the game I don't think has really fully launched. In fact, you'll see me talk about, oh, finally, well after I'm into the game, because at that point I was recording a glitched out game and I thought it would be fine because I thought the audio would just keep up with the video, but the video portion didn't, so the last half of that first clip got corrupted, so yeah, that's why this clip's here. Psych! I wouldn't be that mean. After all, we still got shit to yank out. Make a note here. There are no such things as performance push rods, but there are such a thing as performance rocker arms. Now, what does that mean? In a nutshell, rocker arms, most stock rocker arms anyways, have a rocker arm ratio of 1 to 1.5 or 1.5. This means that for every inch that a push rod pushes up on a rocker arm, 1.5 inches is pushed down on the valve. Follow along? Now, that's most stock ratios. You can get performance rocker arms in a variety of shapes. Now, what do I mean by that? On shaft mounted, not stud mounted like these are, you can get offset rocker arms. Chrysler was really famous for those back in the day, and it basically amounted up to the push rods being pushed farther apart. The valves were in the same place, but it was done so that the push rod pinch, as it was known, would be wider so that the intake side of the head's intake ports could have more room to be opened up, thus allowing for more airflow into the cylinder head, thus allowing for a bigger natural factory casting port, thus leading to the infamous W2 and W5 heads. Interesting side note on the Chrysler small block, those heads had an offset push rod rocker arm. So instead of being straight down like this, because on a Chrysler engine, instead of the port arrangement as you see here, where it's intake, exhaust like a small block Ford, it was offset so that from front to back, it was exhaust, intake, exhaust, intake, exhaust. In that order, from front to back, or from whatever pattern you wanted. And that led to the traditional small block port arrangement that you see on damn near every motor that what is considered small block, unless we're talking Ford, because they're idiots. But getting back to the point, this technology was borrowed from Hemis of both the first and second generation, because Hemis have to have the offset rocker arms. So you'll see them at a diagonal like this, with a ridge across them, and a little spring to separate them. This ensures that the rocker arms stay in position on the shaft, which quite frankly makes a little more sense from a longevity standpoint, instead of relying on a singular set of 3 bolts. That's my take on it. But yeah, those performance rocker arms could also have a ratio of 1.1 to 1.6, or 1 to 1.6, yeah. That means you have a little more lift from your same cam, meaning a little more airflow and a little more power. So even though you weren't getting that much difference in power, by the way, with Engine Masters recently coming in about this, I want to see performance fans in the next game. I really do, because those are a thing IRL as well. And yeah, it's going to be fun. Alright, the engine's reassembled. Now I gotta put the pan back on and the main caps. Or main caps and the pan. It's too bad they don't have a performance crankshaft for this thing, because that'd be awesome. Alright, why can't I... Right. Caps first. Because there are such things as that, because you can resize your crankshaft to change your displacement, and what that chalks up to in a little bit of engine theory is how it's done is through the usage of, usually 9 times out of 10, you'll find what's known as a stroker kit. Now, what are stroker kits in a nutshell? Are basically a crankshaft that's machined to be basically a replacement for your OEM spec one, original engine manufacturer, but with the added benefit of basically having a longer crank stroke, which means you need a new rod package for your piston. So if you're gonna go with a stroker kit, you're gonna need to change your rod lengths, because it's gonna just pull your pistons out if you were to use the stock rods, and that wreaks all sorts of hell upon your engine. Fuck. I'm actually getting really lucky. Up. Never mind. But yeah, and those are machined with longer crank throws for more displacement. It means you don't have as much RPM range as you do, but you, in exchange, you get a lot more low-end grunt for sure, and usually more horsepower, because there is no replacement for displacement. That is just a fact of life. Alright, let's see what I destroyed. Damn it! Well, that sucks. Just without a tune, what this whole shebang makes. Because I haven't put any oil in. Right. Still gotta put the drive shaft on. Still gotta put the clutch, flywheel, that whole shebang assembly together. I've said it too many times. We're taking it to the dyno. Alright, let's see if that claim holds up at all. No tuning. Let's take a first pull. 3, 4, 5, 6, 787 horsepower with no tune. It's pretty good. That's pretty fucking good. But I know I can squeeze more out of it. I know I can. Called it. Alright, let's set the carbs. Make another pull. Alright, we've set the carbs, let's pull. We got 787 last time. 869 horsepower. Could we get more though? Alright, that's staggering. That's better than demon territory. Actually, how much is Blasphemi making? I know it's more than a Hellcat. I know it's like in the 800 range. I know that for a fact. Is there any ECU to tune? Alright. Well, I think it's now only appropriate that we take her to the drag strip. Now that she's all dressed up in a suit. And I'm apparently running out of hard drive space. So let's make this quick. Alright, we're here. Let's see what the old girl's got for us, huh? I can't go up anymore. I only have 3 gears. 10s! We went 10s and it only took us 869 horsepower. Let's try again. Alright. Let's get going again. Hopefully we have more gears this time. Let's hope that was an error. Ten set to 7. Nice. 244. That's what I'm maxing out at. That is bullshit. Though, if my math is right, that's over 120. That's like 150 something, maybe 170. But yeah, this has been the Blasphemi, and it is fucking awesome. I have been Rockthevox. I will make a video on what's going on with my life shortly. You have been wonderful, and I will hopefully see you next time. Peace.